You hear
Yo,
me?
yeah, we hear
Yeah.
you. We oh, howdy fam, here we are again for the Niner Empire Weekly. And if you're like me and everybody else in the Niner Empire, you're waiting for that sudden addition to our team. Just anybody, just show us something, right? Trent ain't working on Sundays, so I just play it anyway. So Trent's at
Nah,
home, kicked back, thinking, man, they'll have to wait until Monday now. So,
Tell me about it.
Will, Tito,
Hey,
Carlos, you guys
what's up,
doing?
man?
hey,
Um,
hey, what's up?
what's going on?
Guys, I tell you what, let me start off by saying this, guy. We had some priorities. Number one would have to be the Kaepernick situation. It's totally out of control right now, as
Exactly.
you have to agree. We need to improve the pass rush. To bolden or not to bolden. I want to hear your insights on that. The O-line, Russell Ogung, and also is he really an upgrade from anything we have? And also secondary decisions. Sean Smith, Prince,
Amukamura.
that's him.
Yeah.
He's gone. I got some other suggestions, but yeah, guys, start off. I guess we may as well start. What's going on with Cap, man? Where does this situation go? Will, start with you, Will.
I think with Cap right now, he wants to go to the Broncos. Broncos don't want to give up that second-round pick. The best pick out there that's been offered is from the Browns with the third round, but they can't get that contract going. And I think his agents are convincing him after their losses in free agency at the offensive line that he better get all he can get from Cleveland if he's going to go to Cleveland. So, and Cleveland hasn't met him there money-wise. So, I think that I actually think we're going to ending up keeping Cap for this year, paying him the $12 million and probably just working it out there.
Hey, Tito,
Yeah.
you got any problem with keeping Cap this year, man? Because, like, if he goes to Cleveland with everybody leaving Cleveland like they're leaving, those guys are leaving the offensive line as bad. The evacuation looks as bad as it did for us last year about the same time. Everybody's leaving Cleveland.
Yeah,
If you were Cap, are you going to stay?
All I know is the 49ers is not gonna let him go for nothing. You know, they're not gonna cut him. I think that's what his agent wants to do. Then he can go wherever he wants. So I say if he doesn't want to take a pay cut, because if he really wants to go to Cleveland, like he says, take the pay cut, baby, and go. Because let me tell you, I'm crazy about Colin Kaepernick. I'm a big fan. But if he's going to be a little baby and wuss like this, we don't need that. I say go, take the pay cut. If not, you stay with the 49ers, batter and blame, grab it, or whatever.
What is going there?
Then you go.
Yeah, Carlos, if you're Kaepernick, don't you think that going to Denver over Cleveland is a better idea? I don't understand how Cleveland got so heavy in the race. Why is it the Cap has so much respect for Hugh Jackson, but you got the Super Bowl defending Denver Broncos right there? Why don't you want to go? Why don't you push for that?
I think he wants to be the star of a team, and and the Broncos, he can't do that. There's so many star players, but I think the best place he could be. I'm not saying for him. I'm just saying, like, why would you want to go to Cleveland or go to Denver when San Francisco, we have the best dynasty, the best city, the best franchise, the best everything. Like, why would you want to leave that? That's what I don't get.
Okay,
but he's just being a baby. That's really what he's being. He's being a baby.
He's
because
pissed off.
It's just, say, who is that to yell? He's pissed off.
He's pissed off because he got benched.
Yeah,
that's what it is.
He thinks Gabbert is gonna start over him.
That's an old saying. That's an old saying. Competition, baby. If you want that job, you want the starting job, you do whatever it takes to win and to win the job.
He doesn't want to start for his job. He just wants to start. I mean, he doesn't want to.
Emilio, if you're Colin Kaepernick and you've had this relationship with the 49er organization you've had for the last 2 years, if all of a sudden they say deal's off, you got to stay here, what kind of Colin Kaepernick you expected for us to have?
If he's on the team, he ain't gonna want to play. I'd say that now.
You think he's not gonna want to play?
No, I wouldn't. Why? If I don't want to be there, why would I play?
It's an old saying. If he doesn't want to play, a couple of things are going to happen. He either, number one, gets fined, get benched. If he wants to go to another team, he want to show off his product, baby. He wants to show that yes, he is a starter. He's a number 1 quarterback. But if he's not showing it, ain't nobody want him.
That's I that may be true. I keep wondering, as I've heard all kind of arguments in the last few days about why Colin Kaepernick is so in a hurry to get to Cleveland, but now he's cooling on it because his offensive line is just falling down.
Boy,
Guys,
yeah,
the pass rush. Yeah, people keep saying add this guy, the guys are adding. Are they going to make a better pass? I mean, are we going to be actually better? I mean, so far I've not heard any names. I'm thinking offensive line of the pass rush. Who do you need to add? Who would you think about adding? Oh, the guys that are left out there now. Let me just take a quick look. Greg Hardy.
Oh, man. No.
Chris Long is available. All right, and there's this guy named Silver, S-I-L-I-J, Sillinger from New England. Guys, if you're like me, I'm thinking leave the defensive line alone. I'll draft for it. Do you see anybody you want to bring in?
Yeah. Not
BJ
really.
Raji.
I don't.
Who?
BJ Raji.
He's
He's a defensive tackle. A defensive tackle.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, we're not talking defensive tackles?
No, defensive end.
Well, kind of.
No.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Defensive end, defensive tackle. Because the thing is, these guys are all going on the defensive line. Anybody on the defensive unit, other than the linebackers, I'm going down toward the front of the line.
BJ Raji plays both defensive tackle and defensive end. He's done it for the Packers, so that's what I'm saying. We could bring him here, put him at defensive end if we needed to.
He's available.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
On it.
Nick Fairley's another defensive tackle who could be switched to defensive end. That's still available.
But I thought
Mike Neal.
There's no Chris Long fan?
I'll take Chris Long. I would take Chris Long.
Yeah,
Carlos, you like Chris Long?
Yeah, I like Chris Long.
How come?
I'll take him. I mean, he's not as fast as player as the other defensive are, but like as other defensive ends are. But he's pretty. Like when he grabs somebody, that person is going down. He's gonna tackle him. And on the Rams, he would do that to Gore. He would do that to Marshawn. Probably not all the time because he's Marshawn, but he's good at the run.
I know.
I agree with that. Yeah, because the Rams, you didn't run on the Rams, and he was a big part of that. So yeah.
Yeah, he was.
Yeah, but my problem is either he gets hurt. You know, there are times he gets hurt. I mean, we need pass rush. In reality, I mean, if Raji played defensive end, I'm all for it for that.
Yeah. Then there's that. Hey guys, Bolden is not interested in coming back. I don't know why the question keeps coming up as to why Anquan Bolden is that's not a priority. Anquan wants to go to a contender. We can move on past that. But the offensive line, this is my pet peeve.
Oh my God.
That Russell Ogun seems attractive. We were looking at Sweezy before. Does everybody remember that Russell Wilson has been running for his life for the last 2 years, and those two individuals were on that offensive line? We can do better, or just leave it alone. Because some of the guys we got in camp right now that have come back, you've got Kilgore's back, Anthony Davis comes back. You got this guy named Colin Kelly. Guy is huge. I want to see what he looks like. Trent Brown. Brandon Thomas has got to be ready to play football this year. I'll tell you, Emilio, what do you got on that?
What was that? I missed it.
About the offensive line, man. Do you want Russell Ogun on this team?
I mean, it would shit. At this point, anything helps.
Yeah, exactly.
Yo, we need help, man.
I take it, but I see what Trent Baalke is trying to do. He's trying to build this team out of the draft. That's why he's not picking nobody up.
Yeah.
If you're paying attention now, he wants number draft. He's trying to do what Seattle did that 1 year, pick nothing but the draft and win the Super Bowl. That's what he's trying to do. He says since he thinks Seattle did it, we can do it too. Why not? Hey, I don't knock it, but if it works, go ahead. He wants his own players. That's what he wants. He doesn't want nobody. He wants his team. He wants to build his own team.
He's got a good point because a lot of times skills that you see one guy put on one team, they don't translate to his movement. He goes to another team and all of a sudden he can't play. And they've already paid him millions and there's no way in the world that you pay Malik Jackson what you paid him. In fact, guys, I got a question for you. This is a segment I call Dope or Whack. Jags, Raiders, Bears, Falcons, and the Giants got involved this year, going for the Super Bowl this year with some big bucks signed.
They're going to be hurt.
I mean, was that dope or whack? I mean, it didn't make any sense whatsoever from a business perspective. Seeing what everybody's seen down through the years. You start at the top with Will on that one.
I think the Giants was dope. I think the Raiders was slightly okay. Jaguars, theirs was slightly okay too. I mean, it was a lot of money, but at the same time, you look at what they needed on that defense, and they definitely filled that in. I mean, everywhere from free safety to defensive lineman. I'm not saying they got the best players, but what they needed filled, they filled it, unlike what the Niners are doing right now. And the Giants, they spent the most pretty much, but at the same time, they're only a few steps away from getting back into the playoffs in that division. And if you ask me, they got everything they needed to boost up in that division past the Cowboys.
Well, okay, of the group of those teams we just mentioned, which one of those guys is going to do the best next year? I mean, who's going to actually go to the playoffs?
I got the Giants.
Giants too.
Yeah, I got the Giants. That defense is crazy.
Why are the Giants going?
That offense and defense.
Yup. They got, come on, Victor Cruz coming back. Oh, my God.
Exactly. Odell Beckham, possibly the best wide receiver in the NFL right now.
They still need help. They still need help in the offensive line.
Antonio Brown can equal him. I'm sorry, Tito.
The defense.
I think the Giants need help still in the offensive line. I mean, they signed those two big guys in the cornerback and the defensive
They got better, though.
But in the long run, they're going to be hurting. Watch, with a salary cap, that's going to bite them in the end. I mean,
they're going to.
Look what the Raiders did. I love to pick up this guy, Irvin, but that cornerback, Sean Smith, for $10 million a year, no way he's worth that. No way.
And that's why the 49ers backed off.
Yeah. I was happy.
I still think we should have got him, though.
Yeah, but not for $10 million.
Not for that much. No,
we got all this money for no reason. What do we didn't even spend it on nothing.
Yeah,
at least we needed a corner.
Yeah, but man, you know what?
It's a waste.
I don't want him, man. Not for $10 million a year.
Not at his age, no. If he were 26 years old, I'd pay him that maybe.
Yeah, he got a point right there.
Really young.
If the boy was 26, young blood, I'd take him.
Yeah. That's why Janoris Jenkins with the Giants got cashed out so much because of his age.
Janoris is nowhere.
But that's big money.
You know he got paid more than Richard Sherman. There's a couple of he got paid.
Yeah, but Richard Sherman, I mean, he only plays one side. You put that boy over there, all over the place.
You look at Janoris as a rover? You think he can play anywhere on the field, huh?
Yeah, he's not afraid to play. He played before.
I think they played him at strong safety a couple times too, yeah.
Yeah, he could tackle. He could tackle.
Whew, boy could hit.
So he adds a little more versatility, so he's worth all that money.
And, yeah, he's faster than Sherman, too, in my opinion.
I don't know if he's worth all of it, but there's definitely some reason to pay him that amount of money.
He's young, though, too. That's one
thing.
Exactly.
Plus,
it was smart. That was smart.
They signed him before his contract turns into a Sean Smith contract at 28.
Yeah.
They get him now and pay him that. It's pretty good.
Well, Tradish. Tradish, how you doing? Tradish out for a cruise. Tradish, we're just making fun of the teams, mostly because of sour grapes rationale. We're talking about the Giants, Jags, Raiders, and Bears. They've all spent big bank.
No.
Which one of those teams you think is on their way to the Super Bowl next year, though?
Who's on the way to the Super Bowl?
That's the first thing you got to do, right? Okay, Travis, take it down a level. How about going to the playoffs?
Well, hopefully us first.
All of them?
Hopefully we're going to the playoffs, and then whoever joins us is hopefully going to get beaten by us.
What I'm saying, though, Travis, is the Jags. We're talking about annual losers. The Jags, the Raiders, the Bears. These guys, the Falcons. These guys have all spent. It's as if the fan base got to them and says, "We are sick and tired of you losing each and every year. Those seats that you're selling for at the price of premiums you guys are asking for, we will not continue until you bring a winner to this city." Did they yield to the pressures? What I'm talking about. Were those good moves that those folks made?
I think the Giants did good. The Jacksonville, I mean, they overspend, but they're all right. But for me, somebody making to the playoff, I think the Giants might make it. The Raiders, which I really hate saying that. But the Jacksonville, I don't see them. But I don't know, man. It's just like they overpaid. I mean, overpaid for these players.
Which, no shame at all. Opening day, paid Malik Jackson $100 million.
Wow.
You guys got to be kidding, man.
That's a lot of money.
Malik comes out of a system, man. I don't know if he's going to come and bring that to your team. My God.
He's going to get arrested for robbery.
He should already.
He better be good. He better be good on Jacksonville.
All right, you know what? Raiders reached an agreement also with Kalichi. Does anybody know how to pronounce his name yet? Is it Osmini?
Osmel, I have no idea.
I go with his nickname, KO. In Baltimore, they called him KO as his nickname, so I'd just stick with that, KO.
The Raiders O-line is going to be amazing. I'm telling you guys right now. It's so good.
Yeah.
They lost Donald Penn, which is another tackle we should look into. I mean, they still haven't re-signed him yet anyway. I mean, he's a free agent, so I mean, there's still a lot of offensive linemen the Niners could look into signing, which is, I mean, I understand if we want to rebuild in the draft, but at the same time, you can't rebuild on defensive line, offensive line, cornerbacks, everything else that we need, like all in one draft, despite having 12 picks or even 20 picks, because all of them aren't going to be exactly players that are going to pan out. So, I mean, I think you at least got to build up on the offensive line right now. Just that at least. Yep. If you don't want to do the pass rush and all that, then whatever, do it in the draft. But at least the offensive line right now. I mean, you need experience at that position when you're have a young quarterback like either Cap or if we decide to draft someone back there. You need good offensive line that's experienced. So.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah. I wish we signed somebody, man, because we didn't even do jack. That's the only thing that pisses me off.
Each and every year. But, you know, Carlos, let me direct you this question, man. Like, we don't spend no money on interior linemen. You've noticed that, right?
Yeah, I definitely have.
Yeah, why would you think that is? I can't, because I've been trying to figure that one out for a long time. Trent will not spend. We could have had Evan Mathis last year. Trent wouldn't have anything to do with that. How come?
I just think they're just trying to save money for Jed York. That's all I can say. Trent Baalke is saving money for him. That's all I can say. I have no idea why he's doing the stuff he's doing.
Tino, what do you think? How come we can't sign any offensive linemen, man?
Because they're cheap as hell. They don't want to do anything. If Eddie D was in charge, man, we all know we'd be going to the Super Bowl. Because anything but a Super Bowl is a failure. Because when Eddie D was the owner, he would go, what we need. We need offensive line. Okay, you, come over here. Here's your contract. You're signed. Defensive end, you need a pass rush? Okay, I want you over here. He didn't care about the money. All he cared about is a damn Super Bowl trophy.
And love him for that, too. Okay, but Emilio, what is the point of saving that money other than to give back to the already rich family if it's not, there's no benefit to the team? I understand calling them cheap, but there must be something more than that.
For next year, for free agency? Yeah, I'm telling you now. I'm being dead serious.
Are you serious?
Nah, he's right.
No, I'm being dead serious because you got to realize a lot of our players right now, this is their last contract. A lot of that rookie contract, like Eric Reed. There's a few others. So I'm being dead serious. No, you got to realize if he wants to keep those guys, he's gonna have to spend money for those guys. So y'all want to laugh, but I'm being dead serious.
He got a point.
I've been paying attention a lot more why Balky's not drafting nobody and not picking nobody up. Not picking nobody up right now. He wants to build his own team out of his draft, and then he's saving his money to keep his players he drafted for next year.
Who throws away a whole year just because they want to try and keep players next year?
Well, I know, but he does. Like I said, it's a lost season. So if we don't win, it doesn't matter. He's gonna pick up his own players for next year.
I don't know, man.
You gotta go.
Nah, I think that if you want to sign players, he could have done that. Let me see, last year signing some key players. Like he did good right now. The Dyer, we gave him a contract extension, but still, man, we still need players. We can keep our own, yeah, but still, we need players to come in and help us out. Just like my man said, we can never draft. If we even all the draft players we take in the NFL draft, not all of them is gonna turn out to be a good or great. You never know. Sooner or later, you're gonna hit more busts than you want. That's why the sure thing is. We need to sign some key free agents and let them battle right there.
Now, the interesting thing is I'm looking at cornerbacks and just looking at needs. Now, everybody thinks we need cornerbacks. We got quite a few still in camp, and they're not rookies anymore. I'm really interested and curious as to see what they look like on the field this year, because you're not going to have any more scary. You're not going to have any more confused. Guys are going to know what they're going to want to do.
Okay, and then you still need sesame oil.
I'm looking at Brandon Boykin is available from the Pittsburgh Steelers. Casey Hayward is gone. Patrick Robinson, San Diego. Understand he's still available. You see any possibility we should go for those guys? Yeah. Go ahead. Will, go ahead, man.
You're definitely right with the cornerbacks that we have. They're actually pretty good, especially the more experience they get. On top of it, you look at if we can fix our pass rush, like how we had it from 2009 all the way until 2014, I'd say. Our interceptions are almost at the top of the league every time. 2 years ago we led the league in interceptions with the cornerbacks that we have right now. So it shows you don't really need top-notch cornerbacks. You just got to have the pass rush to get to the quarterback so he can throw it up.
Hey,
we don't need him.
Remember, what about this? The rumor that the George Baalke was talking to what's this guy? A defensive end from Ohio State. Bosa.
Oh, Bosa, yeah.
Yeah,
he talked to two or three guys from Ohio State during pro day.
Yeah, I don't know if it's true or not, but the 49ers are trying to move up, just try to get him. I don't mind the Niners moving up, getting that defensive end. That boy's a beast. He's big, strong. But I'd be happy with him or Miles Jack. I'd be happy with one of those. Buckner.
That's my guy. DeForest Buckner, man.
But I was checking him out, man. That boy is crazy. I don't mind him. I'd definitely take him in a heartbeat.
But Will says his stats don't match the glory, man. I still Will.
No, Buckner's do. Buckner and Bosa are like the best defensive ends statistic-wise in the draft right now. And Buckner's has upside, and Bosa has upside. They both beat each other in certain categories. But no, Buckner. I think if we end up with him or Joey Bosa, those are both two good defensive ends that would immediately impact that side of whatever side they play on the defense.
Yeah, that'd be great.
I think Bosa's going to be the next J.J. Watt. I'm telling you guys right now.
I don't know about that, but
I see it a little bit.
But how's this? What would it cost us to move up to get that boy, man? Just a couple of spots ahead of Dallas, ahead of the Ravens. Just to the Chargers, because they want to move down. The Chargers want to move down.
Okay, but see, trading. The problem is everything we want is going to go in the first round. It's which one do you want to take now? Dallas is probably going to take a quarterback now because I understand that operational procedure that Tony Romo had. His bones are a little bit brittle. They tried to shave it and reinforce it with whatever material they're trying to use, but they're saying it's not going to hold up for an entire season. So Dallas is probably going to have to grab a quarterback, and whoever Cleveland doesn't take, they may take, or They go to Paxton Lynch or somebody else they're looking at because maybe they don't like golf. Now you get back to our situation. Are we going to go quarterback? It's still up in the air. Nobody knows the 49ers are going to do with that 7th pick. There's speculation, but, I mean, Tino, what do you think they're going to do with it?
I don't think they're going after the quarterback. I don't think they're going to go for a quarterback at the first.
You talking Dallas?
I think they're going to either try to move up to get the big stud, Bosa, or your boy.
Buckner?
Yeah. I mean, I would love one of those those beasts right there in the defensive end, killing those quarterbacks. Just grab Wilson, just slam him on the floor, get a penalty.
Yeah, we wouldn't have to worry about the pass.
What are we going to do at quarterback though if we trade Kaepernick at that point? You got what are we going to draft one in the 2nd round that has 1st round talent?
They've already said that, Will. He's already said he's going for Connor Cook, and I don't know why that Trent exposed his hand like that because
He wouldn't do that.
No. And I know that every time Baalke open his mouth and say he's going after that, he goes to reverse.
Yeah.
He always go reverse. So if he's going to make a move for a quarterback, the first pick is going to be a defensive player. The 2nd pick, they use that with more picks to move up to get a quarterback.
Yeah, that's true, but it's hard to move up into the 1st round. I definitely think they should consider at least taking a quarterback if they trade Colin. That's if they trade Colin. If we end up keeping him, we don't need to get a quarterback right now. We could wait till next year's draft. But right now, with the number and position we're at, I mean, you got to at least think about taking one of the Carson Wentz or Goff. At least think about it.
Didn't Cleveland say a 2nd round pick for that deal? Did they agree on a 2nd round pick?
Cleveland said 3rd round pick. Cleveland said 3rd.
Yeah, 3rd.
Yeah, but it's at number 2, which makes it almost a 2nd round draft pick late in the end of the round.
Absolutely.
Yes.
And at that point, go ahead, sorry.
No, go ahead, finish.
I was going to say, if you make the trade with Cleveland, you get an extra 3rd round pick, and on top of that, Cleveland might not take a quarterback at number 2, so then you still have Cowboys, and if Cowboys don't do it, we get left with the pick of either Wentz, Goff, or Paxton Lynch. So I think if we could get that trade done with Cleveland as soon as possible, it would be really smart, but it's whenever Kaepernick and his agents decide to take the contract reduction.
Yeah, I think in reality, I think these guys are they're trying to play the 49ers to see if they can cut them. I say if you don't want to go to the Browns, you don't want to take a pay cut, come back, baby. We got you. We got your seat right here waiting for you to go and work your rear and start work for your starter job back. But I think in my eyes, I'm hoping they move up to get Bosa or Buckner right there, defensive players. I understand that some of us want a quarterback in the first, but in reality, some of these quarterbacks that's right there right now in the draft, they're not automatically starters. What you gonna do? Put them down 3 years? We don't need that. We can always get another quarterback in the 2nd round that is almost the same level as these guys, and still they gotta sit down. I say we get the stud, could destroy that put that defense up, because in my heart, in my eyes, defense wins championship. When we was kicking rear, we had that number 1 defense, baby. Everybody was scared.
Yeah. But we still had Cap.
That's true. But you know what? Denver had a shell of what Manning once was. I understand his brilliance.
Yeah, but look at the
right moves. But man, I still don't understand how that happened. But I do see that the Denver defense shut down the Panthers, and I mean shut it all the way down.
I was happy.
Well, the Broncos' offense isn't too shabby though. Both of their wide receivers are Pro Bowl wide receivers. Their tight ends had a good selection. Both their running backs are really good. So I mean, it's not like Peyton Manning came in and totally sucked and they won a Super Bowl on that defense. The offense produced too, and C.J. Anderson had 100+ rushing yards in that game and a touchdown. So I mean, the defense necessarily wouldn't have won that game if it weren't for the offense playing to some decent level. So
yeah, but you gotta admit it, man. That defense was killing.
It killed Cam. Yeah, definitely, definitely.
But you see, that's why if you've got a good run game, and this is the kind of game that Alex Smith would have actually won. You see, because he's just going to do his thing about game management and let the running back wear the defense out, just keep pounding at them. They played smash mouth football, and the Panthers is what they did, and never let the Panthers get into a groove, and it worked. So it's hard to say what is the winning formula, but in today's football, it's about the quarterback. It's about the passing game. So what happened in the Super Bowl made no sense. So can you get away with doing that for a whole season, or is that just a Super Bowl only thing?
No, I think if we got like I say, if we have a number one defense, I mean, if we got a defense, if you fix it up and they be fierce, we can win games with defense and have a game management quarterback. Like I said last time we was on the show right here, Alex Smith could have won the Super Bowl. Just giving the ball. All we need is an offensive line, God pray to God, and one big bat as defensive end. Because, like I said, if we fix our defense and the offensive line, I can guarantee you we'll be making up more moves, moving up instead of the bottom. Because without that, man, defense is the key. We need defense.
That's definitely true.
Let's look, Michael.
Oh, yeah, mate. Can you hear me?
Hey, I can hear you, Michael.
Yeah, mate. Good, mate.
And that definitely sounds like a brogue from Oz.
Yeah. I've only been following this sport for 1 season now, so it's been really enlightening. Actually, it's been really good to watch.
Michael, this is good. This question is definitely for you. Then, from your observation of 1 year, do we look like a hot mess, or do we look like a team that's on its way up? Or what is your assessment of the San Francisco 49ers?
I think we're going through a real building phase, I think. So obviously, like Jim Tom Sewell, he got handed the card of death where all his players left. But I don't know.
Was that the first thing that you noticed that Jim Tom Sewell was incapable?
Yeah, you don't know what he's doing.
Yeah, I don't know. He seemed to, all the young players loved him, and it would have been really interesting if he was on this year. If we actually had Chip Kelly as the offensive person, yeah, would have been interesting. But I don't know. Look, I think overall, I think it's been pretty good to watch just the whole first year, I guess. But I'm been really fascinated about Balky though, about how he goes about choosing his players, I guess, or hanging out there, and the whole thing with Kaepernick, I guess. It's been really interesting. So
that's the biggest drama, and in fact, I'm concerned with that drama. Maybe Balky is a little more busy if he weren't on the phone all day with New York, Denver, and Cleveland. If you guys pictured looking at what that looks like, Trent's at home or is at his office, and he's on the phone all day, and he's got Cleveland on the phone. Listen, I just got an offer from New York now. I mean, I don't know how much longer I can make a decision on this. I'm only asking for the second round. You've already got this, and this. And Cleveland said, well, maybe you should call me back when you're serious. And then he goes to Denver, and it just goes round and round like that. I can't imagine what they do with that.
Yeah, I actually think what Balky's doing, I mean, they hired that Lewis guy, that quarterback, so that's a bit of contingency for Cap if he does leave. So, because obviously Lewis knows, how Chip runs. But I think what I saw playing Gabbett, I thought he looked pretty decent. I don't know, I haven't seen Kaepernick in previous years, but he looked a lot better than, I don't know, if, like just in the end part of the season. But I don't know what you guys think. But it's okay. I think Balky. I think he just wants to go defense, like the other guy was saying. He's just, he's probably looking at Jack, Miles Jack and Joey Bosa or whatever. Just wants to build up a team, and he knows that he's got capable quarterbacks within the system. So this year, build up as much defense as possible, and then next year, if they're not doing so well, then they're still high on the draft, so they can have another crack at a QB.
See, just from your observation of 1 year, you made a very good point. Balky is now through with the maverick quarterback that does things on his own. He's gonna put you into a system. It's going to be Chip Kelly's system. That's number one. The defense, he's going to just build a machine.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, I think that is what his approach is now, because that's what won before.
Yeah. I mean, how would you feel if he went off and he spent 60% of his budget on 3 big name players, and then, like, how would you feel about that? I mean, it pretty much, you know, it probably leaves us maybe a little bit exposed if we did that, you know.
That's a good
started
point.
Spending big, you know.
Trent's not about to do it. It's just he's never done that.
No.
That's the way he does things, and he's sitting back watching everybody make these big spends. But in a couple of years, they're going to be restructuring people's contracts. They're going to be looking, because it's a home run swing. If you sign that guy for that much money, you're talking about going to the big party now. The Raiders are talking about going to the big party next year. The Jaguars, I'm not sure what they're thinking, because they've got to know it's going to take Bortles more than 1 year.
Oh man, but the Jaguars got that money
they're
though.
They're another Cleveland. That's what they are.
Coming up, right? Yeah.
Just 4 years and then.
Well, at least they got a quarterback, man. At least they got a
well, I was
quarterback.
gonna say,
They got
yeah.
no damn quarterback, man.
Blake Bortles is a beast.
Blake Bortles is nice.
Let me tell you.
Blake Bortles is a beast.
If I could get Bortles, I'd take him.
Yeah, me too.
Well, when they start having a winning season, talk to me.
Yeah, but it's not all the quarterback's fault, man. Come on.
Exactly.
They got a sorry team.
Up. That's why they fixed their defense, because they knew it wasn't their quarterback or their receivers. I don't know if you play fantasy football, but look at Blake Bortles in fantasy football. He's one of the highest producing quarterbacks in the NFL right now. So
yeah, he's a beast.
Yeah,
he was fifth in touchdowns.
Exactly.
All I say is this, man. For our team, we need defense. I understand. Again, I understand a lot of people. We want golf. We want this guy. I'm sorry, but I said the hell with that. I said we go for defensive players to build a team, because if we take care of the defense and get these studs, especially pass rushers, because we need help, man. We need help there. I
totally agree with you there.
Or you could have the best cornerback. The best corner. You could have Reeves or whatever. Sherman, which I hate that guy. You could have him back there.
I love
you
that
could
guy.
have him back there.
But that guy's a great guy.
He could kiss my Puerto Rican, you know what, man. I hate that guy with passion.
He's the best. What are you talking about?
Wait, let me get Carlos. Carlos, let me ask you a question. If you were a big-time free agent, given what you're seeing going on in San Francisco in the last 2 years, we've had 2 debacles in a row. Would you sign with the 49ers?
I would definitely sign with the 49ers.
Okay, now be honest now. Family?
I would.
Yeah. You really would? And you're observing everything that's been going on the last couple of years, because I'm concerned with
money, baby, money. you gotta overpay. If you're gonna go, if one player wants to sign with the 49ers, if this player sign and he's a star, you gotta give him a little bit more money than he deserves. If they see that, then we're gonna have a lot of players coming in. They say, "Yo, they're paying now." You know, they're gonna come in. Just like when Eddie D was in charge, he comes out. Listen, I give you this much money. What happened? At that time, Ken Norton came. We went after him. He didn't want to come with us. He wanted to stay with the Cowboys. What happened? We pay you this. We're coming in after you. We're showing you the respect. What happened? He signed. And there you go. We won the Super Bowl. Kick Cowboys' ass. I hate them too.
Tino, that's a good point. Carlos, finish your point on that, though. Now, because I'm curious. Because I'm talking outside the 49er love. Are you still interested?
Yeah, I mean, not only you play for the best, like, historical franchise in the NFL, but you live in the most beautiful city, one of the most beautiful cities in the world.
Mm-hmm.
Like, and you probably get paid a lot, and they could probably restructure your contract. You could probably get paid a lot more. If I was good, though. If I was good.
Yeah.
But
I mean,
they got a lot of money.
All I know is if you give the guy the money that he wants, I mean, don't go crazy, and give him the money up front, that bonus money, signing bonus money, guaranteed, and just fix it in a way that it won't hurt you in the cap-wise. After that big star sign his name on that dotted line, the first 2 years, the third year we could restructure and still get his money, and still people is going to come in for the 49ers. Because let me tell you, if we fix this, this is Baalke's last year in my eyes. He cannot miss out in the draft. Tell me about it. But if he fixed this in the draft, it comes out with 2 or 3, maybe 3 big stars, we'd be okay.
At least 2 or 3. Will, I want to. He could be objective about this to another degree. Will, you just finished up. You're just now leaving Chicago. 49ers want you. The Raiders want you. The New England Patriots want you. Which team are you going to pick?
To be honest, I'm going to want the most money from San Francisco because the position they're in as far as, like, not having all the keys to possibly make the playoffs. So I'm going to need the most money from them. From what I've seen from the Raiders over the past 2 years, if I'm a free agent, I'm actually considering them. But, I mean, the one team I'd take a pay cut for and go to right off tops is the New England Patriots because I know they're going to be in the playoffs for sure, regardless if I go there or not. So I just think when it comes to the free agents, the Niners are going to be the team that has to cash out because there's nothing appealing about signing there for any low contract if you guys ain't been doing nothing recently. And, I mean, I know that's messed up, but you got to look at it from the player's eyes like, you know, what am I signing here for a reduced contract for if we ain't making the playoffs in the first 2 years?
Yep, that's true.
So that's true, 100%.
Yeah.
Niners got to cash out.
Very good point.
And the Niners also demonstrated this year how they take care of the people. You notice the 49ers, while everybody else was going out looking around for free agents, the Niners actually stayed in-house. They paid Ian Williams. They paid Quentin Dial. It brings me to this question, guys. We're keeping Phil Dawson for another year. Was that a good move? Go ahead, Carlos.
I mean, in a way, it is a good move because he's a leader on special teams and he is a solid kicker, but, man, he's getting too old and he's expensive.
It's a one-year deal, though. It's 1 year, man. It's a $4 million hit against the cap. But still, it's only 1 year. And
I mean, yeah,
how many
we can afford him.
Well, how many times have you seen a team lose a game because of a flawed kicker?
Not that many times.
That's a good point.
Not that many times at all.
I don't know. I've seen about 3 games last year. Pittsburgh lost it at the beginning of the season. Chicago, we beat Chicago because of that kicker.
Oh, man.
You watch it in the playoffs, Minnesota had the gut.
I thought you were talking about Phil Dawson.
I passed out, man. I really went. God, if he makes that field goal, I don't have to listen to the Hawks say, well, at least we made it to the playoffs. Oh, come on, man. You guys made it to the playoffs. You weren't supposed to get to the second round. So
no, they were not. No, they were not.
It's very down.
Yeah, but you know, this funny thing is there was also there was checking out this kicker. I forgot what college he is. He said that he wants to go with the 49ers, but it was checking him out. I forget his name. Yeah, that's the boy. They was checking him out. But the funny thing, if we draft him, we're gonna have 2 kickers. I mean,
they never carry 2 kickers. Somebody would be leaving.
Yeah. So basically,
I think
go ahead. I mean.
No, go ahead. You talking now?
In my eyes, I would take the rookie over this guy, even though we're gonna get a $4 million cap hit. But guess what? That's nothing. We didn't sign nobody anyway. But if we do get that kicker, I'd be happy. You know, he's a rookie.
I don't think we should waste a draft pick on him.
But if he's there, I don't mean the first, second, or third. But if he's there, oh man, I get him because if he's that good. Another team's gonna pick him up. And remember, we only got this guy for 1 year only. I better get this guy that I know he's good, and if his leg is strong enough, he could kick that baby 60 or whatever. I'm happy. But that's just you know.
You can actually find a kicker though that's not even involved in the draft. You can get a walk-on
that's the point.
kicker.
I think that was the smartest move all offseason for the 49ers was to sign Phil Dawson. And at the same time, I do believe they could still draft that kicker from FSU and keep him on the team still and allow Phil Dawson to also help this guy out like a quarterback would or something like that. And with the amount of roster space the Niners always have each season and red-shirting players and stuff like that, I mean, it's a definite possibility. That way, when Phil Dawson does leave next year or retire, we'll have this FSU kicker who's been watching him and all that and be able to join in.
Yeah, that's what I'm hoping. I mean, what you think, Mike?
No, I was thinking.
Man.
But then again, Bradley Pinion, that punter we drafted last year, that dude could play kicker too, and he's got a foot on him. So I mean,
he does.
It's not like we can't convert him into our kicker if the year after Phil Dawson retires also.
Bradley
but if we use him
just
too
gets
much,
tired is the thing. Remember the last season? I had to laugh. We were getting our butt handed to us, but I had to laugh at Bradley Pinion. We were giving the ball back to the opposing team so often. Bradley's leg just wore out punting every 5
yeah, we can't use him. We can't use him too much.
Yeah, exactly.
That's a crime. I can't remember the last time the 49ers killed the kicker because he was out there kicking the ball every 5 minutes. His leg went dead on him. Come on, Niners. Give the kicker a break at least. God, I was mad watching that game. Hey, Tito, would you take a look at Junior Galletti, offensive outside linebacker from the Skins? He's had some injury problems, but you know what? He just wants to come back. He'll sign a 1-year contract just to prove his worth.
Non-guaranteed contract. If he sucks in the preseason, see ya. Don't let the door hit you. Non-guaranteed. Period. But if we, what do you guys think about this guy from the Rams? He's from the Rams, I think. The linebacker.
Jim Laurinaitis?
Laurinaitis, yeah.
Laurinaitis?
Yeah.
No.
He's an inside linebacker, though.
He's old, and there's a younger guy who's better than him right now that I think we should be trying to get, and that's Zach Brown, but I don't know. We haven't did nothing so far, so if we lose out on him, then yeah, maybe, but...
Yeah, it will. You know what? It goes between Zach Brown, which is definitely the highest value guy out there, and then there's Gerald Freeman, who just made 30 also.
Yep.
I don't know. Which one of those guys do you think has the most talent?
I got Freeman. I think Freeman.
Freeman?
Zach Brown maybe has a little bit less talent than those guys right now, but because of his age and what he has done in his short career compared to those guys, imagine what he's going to do when he is their age. So that's what I'm saying. That's someone we got to get right now. And he can play outside linebacker. So
there's only one problem. Balky.
Like
he ain't going to sign nobody.
This is why we should play the 4-3, because there's a lot of versatility. You guys, they could pick up. Even, and I think he's being a little overrated, but Miles Jack, I don't know that Miles is all he's being pegged up to be. But if he,
you know what?
I
think you guys are right. I was checking out about him, and you guys were talking about his stats and all that. So I was like, you know what? Let me check on this guy. And I'm checking. You guys are right. I'm like, damn. I never see somebody just like you try to attack, and I'm looking. What is he doing?
Yeah, exactly.
So, you know what? Forget
so
about him.
Who you got for number 7 then?
Like I said, if we move up and we get our boy Bosa and Mambo's boy right there,
Buckner.
There you go. Those two guys, I'd be happy. One of those two guys, I'd be happy.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Tito, we're out of time, guys. Tito, what do you want to say before we go?
Well, I wish this guy stopped being so damn cheap, man. Get a player. But then again, Niners for life, baby. You guys take it easy. I'll see you next time.
All right. Thanks, Tito.
Peace,
Daniel.
Brother. Yeah.
Daniel just got here. The party's up. You got caught up in daylight savings time, didn't you?
No. Actually, I've been watching you guys on YouTube, so I was here the whole time.
Daniel, I gotta hit you with a question though that I keep getting these cute answers for, but I wonder if people are serious. If you were a free agent and you had options between the 49ers, the Raiders, Denver, New England, any other team, would you pick the 49ers? With the situation we've had for the last 2 years, we got rid of one of the best coaches of all time. Now we're going nuts on Colin Kaepernick. I think somebody lied to him about he held back on his contract so the 49ers would save money and surround him with some good players. I mean, all of those things. Are you going to side with the 49ers?
Yeah, I would. I think is if the Raiders are able to get all those players, and given their status without a stadium, without all this, things that they've they've countered over the years with coaches getting fired too, and but nonetheless they're getting some good players. So at the end of the day, like you guys were saying earlier, it's about the money. So I would definitely do that. And I think as time goes on, people forget. So I don't think that the thing with the coach, I mean, we had mishaps over the years, but I don't think the players up from other teams know the whole situation. So they just know hearsay. So I still think that at the end it comes down to, can we afford it? Are we able to give up? Open our wallets and get some of those players. So that's I think that's what it comes down to.
All right. All right, Dale. Get it a little earlier next week, bro.
Oh, yeah.
Forward to your input, man.
Yeah, Rambo, I had you on for 8 o'clock.
Yeah, I know. It's daylight savings time thing. Hey, Emilio.
Hey, go to somebody else, Rick. I'm kind of busy.
No, I was saying because we're getting ready to shut down in a minute or so. So okay, we'll see you next week then.
Well, let me say, well, like I said earlier, we can. My thing, he's trying to build through this draft. It ain't no other way. I see it because I've been paying more attention where he's not spending money. But that's what he's doing. He's trying to do the draft. He wants his own team, his own players. He doesn't want nobody coming in trying to tell him what to do. Because you can already see that he's that kind of GM. He wants his team his way, and that's why Chip Kelly worked out for him. He's gonna just say, "Oh, you do what you're told. You coach, and let me pick my players and my team." So that's how I think it's going down there.
That's why Harbaugh's in Michigan. All right, Emilio. See you next week, bro.
All right, Rumba.
All right. Will.
Yeah.
Anything you want to add before we say goodbye?
None much. Just look out for the Kaepernick thing. I think that's going to be a situation where we probably end up having to force our hand, and we're going to have to release him, and then the Broncos will get to sign him for what they want to sign him for, and they won't have to give up their draft pick. And Trent Baalke, I think he's definitely trying to rebuild in the draft, but people need to remember, like, you just can't do what Seattle did all the time and go and get a bunch of players in the draft and be like, okay, we're going to have an all-star team next year or the year after that. So definitely need to spend some free agent money. I don't know what's going on there. Even if we spend some, we definitely have enough to roll over for next year to re-sign players like Eric Reed and whoever needs a contract. And then as far as the draft with my picks, I definitely want golf still. Carson Wentz is intriguing considering Balky started his college career coaching with from the same school as Carson Wentz. And then Buckner and Joey Bosa would definitely be good picks too. So that's about it.
All right. Thanks, bro. Good stuff. We'll see you
All right, later, guys.
All right.
Rumba.
See you.
Michael.
Oh, yeah, mate.
Hey, Michael, glad you could join us today, man. What is it, Monday afternoon in Oz?
Monday morning.
Monday morning. All right.
10 in the morning, 10:50. Yeah. Yeah. No, it's I think the last two guys said it right. I think Balky wants to build through the draft. Young players. Chip works well with young players. It sounds like, and he can get more control that way. And yeah, I think the cap thing, unless they get a second round pick with Denver Broncos, I think Cap's going to stay. So that would be good competition for Gabbett. And you never know, it might spur both of them on. So yeah,
it's always a plus. In fact, that's what made Kaepernick so famous the first time he came on the scene. Yeah. He had just made Alex Smith sit down. I guess it's just this warm sense of accomplishment when you.
He just needs something, to spark him or get a bit of a fire, and he just needs that. So, people put him down in the past, which I've read all these things, and he works so hard to get there. And I think this is just another one of those things. He'll get an opportunity to do the same thing again, whether he moves on or stays with us. So
we're going to soon find out.
For us.
It's got to end somewhere soon. All right, Michael. Thanks, Michael, for coming by. I hope to see you next time. All right.
Take care, mate. Bye.
All right. Bye, Mike. Hey, Carlos.
Yo. So.
Carlos. So what's up with the 49ers, man? How are we going to be looking by next week? You see any dramatic changes coming?
I do. I have hope, and I see some dramatic changes coming. I don't know by next week, but definitely in the draft. Ballke has to come out and he has to make the best picks for any NFL team this year. He has to. He just has to come through. If not, then I think he needs to get fired because the man hasn't made a move in like a week. But I'm pretty hopeful that he's gonna make some moves by next week, and he's probably gonna get a couple good players, a couple good leaders. But man, he just has to come through in that draft. He just has to.
We've all got our fingers crossed. All we can do is hope. There's not that much left, but hopefully whatever he picks up is going to be worth something.
Exactly. Has to be.
Carlos, thanks for coming by, man. Don't be a stranger, man. Come back next week, all right?
All right, I definitely will. See you, Rambo.
All right, Carlos.
Go Niners.
Hey. Well, there you go. And you know what? And let me echo Carlos's sentiment. Let us please have something dramatic happen next week. Because as 49er fans, we've been sitting waiting for this for how many weeks? How many months? We sit and watch our season turn to poo-poo. We need something special right now. We deserve something right now. Now the Empire will be back next Sunday. Set your clock in case you got messed up on daylight savings time. Night